Imagine your favorite restaurant chain suddenly becomes synonymous with sickness. One food safety scandal can shatter decades of trust in seconds. Like that student who ate reheated pasta, ending up in ICU after her blood pressure plummeted dangerously low. Doctors later warned the toxin from bacteria like Bacillus cereus surviving reheating had turned a simple meal into a medical emergency. This wasn't an isolated case. It became a viral warning, exposing how one oversight can spiral into a PR nightmare for even the most trusted brands. Reheating leftovers like pasta might seem safe, but hidden dangers lurk. Bacillus cereus spores can multiply when food sits unrefrigerated for hours, producing a heat-stable toxin. Think of it like an invisible poison that survives even microwaving. This means the toxin remains in your meal, turning it into a risk without warning. Proper temperature control and refrigeration are crucial to prevent this silent threat from causing illness. Bacillus cereus is a bacteria that thrives in cooked food left unrefrigerated. Its spores survive reheating and produce a heat-stable toxin, causing severe illness like dangerously low blood pressure. This shows why proper temperature control isn't just about taste, but also about serious health risks. A student's reheated pasta harmless-looking but laced with Bacillus cereus toxin sends her to ICU after her blood pressure crashes. One viral post ignites outrage, turning a single incident into a PR nightmare for the restaurant chain. This isn't just bad luck, it's how one oversight spirals into reputational damage, even for trusted brands. Now imagine this happens at one location of a big restaurant chain. A customer gets sick, posts about it online, and suddenly that name is trending for the wrong reasons. Social media spreads panic fast. People stop trusting the brand, even if other locations are spotless. One mistake can taint an entire system because chains share reputation. That's why strict food safety isn't just about one kitchen, it's about protecting the whole brand from a single domino effect. A student orders reheated pasta, expecting a quick meal. But Bacillus cereus, a germ that survives reheating, has been lurking in the food for hours, its heat-stable toxin causing her blood pressure to crash dangerously low. She's rushed to ICU while social media erupts with panic. One viral post triggers a PR disaster. Customers flee, even if other locations are safe. This is how one oversight spirals into brand damage. But here's where restaurants often go wrong, assuming reheating kills all bacteria. It doesn't. Bacillus cereus, a germ that causes food poisoning, produces a heat-stable toxin that survives reheating. If pasta sits at room temperature for hours before being reheated, those spores multiply and release toxins, turning a simple meal into a medical emergency. That's why proper storage times matter just as much as reheating. Ignoring either can turn one mistake into a brand-wide disaster. A food safety scandal doesn't just affect one restaurant, it can devastate an entire chain. Customers stop visiting, even if other locations are safe, because trust is fragile. Lawsuits pile up, costing millions and lasting years. A single viral post can trigger a PR disaster that takes decades to recover from. That's why strict food safety isn't optional. It's the foundation of survival. When a food safety scandal hits, consumers react like their instincts are on high alert, even if it's just one bad experience. Imagine ordering reheated pasta, expecting comfort, but ending up in the ICU. One viral post can turn a brand from trusted to toxic overnight. People stop going there, even if other locations are clean. That's because trust is fragile once broken. It's hard to rebuild. A single mistake can spiral into a PR disaster that takes years to recover. That's why strict food safety isn't just about following rules. It's about protecting your business from irreversible damage. Reheating leftovers might seem safe, but Bacillus cereus, a germ causing food poisoning, produces a heat-stable toxin that survives reheating. If cooked pasta sits at room temperature for hours, spores multiply and release toxins, turning a simple meal into a medical emergency. Proper storage times matter just as much as reheating. One mistake can escalate into a brand-wide disaster, eroding trust in an entire restaurant chain. Strict regulations like temperature control are your first line of defense, but they're not a guarantee. Think of them as seatbelts essential for safety, but one reckless driver can still cause an accident. For example, Bacillus cereus thrives when food sits too long before reheating, releasing toxins that survive even after heating. Regulations set the rules, but vigilance ensures you don't slip up. One mistake can still turn a trusted brand into a PR disaster if you're not careful. One mistake with reheating can turn a trusted brand into a PR disaster. To avoid this, train staff on proper reheating techniques like ensuring food reaches at least 165 degrees Celsius to kill bacteria. Implement temperature monitoring systems to track storage and reheating times rigorously. Think of it like a seatbelt. Regulations are the rules, but vigilance keeps you safe. For example, Bacillus cereus thrives when food sits too long before reheating, releasing toxins that survive heating. One small slip can spiral into a crisis if you're not careful. Rebuilding trust after a food safety scandal is like trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together. It's slow, costly, and often impossible without radical transparency. Customers remember the harm long after the incident fades. Even if you fix the problem, skepticism lingers. Think of it like a broken reputation. One crack can shatter years of trust in seconds. Radical honesty, like publishing daily safety checks or open kitchen audits, can show you're serious about change, but it's no quick fix. Most brands never fully recover. One food safety lapse, like reheating food past its safe window, can turn your restaurant into a cautionary tale. Don't wait for a scandal to audit your kitchen. Train staff on critical steps like hitting 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius during reheating, and use real-time monitoring to catch mistakes before they spiral. Radical transparency like publishing daily safety checks can rebuild trust, but only if you act fast. The moment you hear "this should never have happened," it's already too late. Protect your legacy today.